Hey, 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 it's Mika Day. Thanks for tuning on in. Today we're back with part two of Navia's story quest. So we'll keep on playing just right where we picked off with going around exploring a little bit with Navia and potentially tying up some loose ends, which will be nice for our Fontaine arc. So let's get into it.
We should take a break after all that running around. Yeah, let's rest here for a bit.
Yeah, thanks, Shalonan. Really helpful there. So looks like we're going to be in the main quarter here, as anticipated. Oh. Okay, kind of in the artisan district it looks like, which would make sense. We've got our food options and our cute little boutique. Aw, look at all the hats. No wonder Navia shops here.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The Demoiselle of Spina de Rosula. I must say, your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. No, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her Demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than taking the first step on a new journey.
Boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me.
That's cute.
After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa, so as a result, she found all the rest of the Spina super scary as well. But the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her. Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time.
Oh, you should be a little careful, Miss Navia. You've got a listener.
She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
What are you up to, bro?
Is
That's
something up, Tailing?
suspicious.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
I have to say, he is such a weird addition. Like, I get it, because we needed someone to come in and tell us stuff, but I feel like there are so many other options, too, of people who we've, like, met before, ever, who could have been given a throwback in.
All right.
Paimon saw them too. They headed up.
Stop
Oh,
right
the
there.
chase is on! Gotcha.
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Oh no, please don't make me fight a Slumine. Please no.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
Oh, fascinating.
Coming at ya! Coming at ya!
I really do. She's such a fun one to play as. Hey.
Letting brave names echo. Overruled, everlasting as the moon. Laid bare.
I'll be honest, our team is currently interesting.
Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
Yeah, we're good. Thanks though, bro. They're not being very cooperative though, are they? As anticipated, but like, come on.
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula. We were discovered and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
What exactly do you want vengeance for?
Get revenge? Wait,
Boo.
you're not Romeu's followers, are you?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
Only know it as of like 2 hours ago, but you know, there's that.
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first. Huh? You're pretty sharp, but so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway.
Yeah, no, I don't buy that.
Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time. Understood?
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either.
Somehow I don't think it's going to be that easy.
If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeu's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men...
So we're operating under the trust but verify principle, huh? That's probably good.
then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, Now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already. So why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Sonda again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Paimon, we do not complain about our friends being nice to us.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing too.
Navia's got such a handle on how to manipulate Paimon, and I love that for her. Admittedly, it's not hard. Okay.
Coming back here really does feel like this place is starting to grow on Paimon.
Oh no, the echo's back.
If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Like, I get it, we're underground and in a highly metal structure, but like, that is so excessive.
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon.
See, like, Navia's doesn't sound as bad, but with Paimon, because I think it's because she's so high and sharp, or they overdid it, one of the two, it's like really hard to listen to.
Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
Also, like, if you're gonna do something like that and you're gonna add the background effects to like try and give a sense of atmosphere, the fact that I can hear no other background sounds, like, it just is really off-putting.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendre? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
You tell her, Navia.
Oh, Paimon, sorry! Please have mercy, Navia. If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all.
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
Oh. Hi. That wasn't intentional. Okay, then. Where exactly am I supposed to sit here? Here? No. Is that acceptable? Didn't really just want to join some random person's table.
Hello? Are you asleep yet? Oh, no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest. Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures ready.
Alright then.
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking about. Sure, we'll come.
That's so random.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything. Don't worry, you don't have to do any actual fishing if you're too tired. Just think of it as keeping me company. How does that sound? Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot.
She does not strike me as the type of person who would like fishing. Like, I guess maybe I can see it because she does seem to enjoy like long, kind of contemplative walks. But like, fishing's different in a way that I guess I just don't have an explanation for. Plus, I really don't know how she'd manage it in that dress and not get gross. But I suppose that's the magic of Genshin at play. We're out in a proper thunderstorm today. My goodness.
Try and stop me!
This is not good fishing weather either. Ooh. What a bad time to decide to go out.
How can you call this fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod?
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
But shouldn't fishing be all about, you know, attentively watching the float and then excitedly reeling in the catch when you finally hook something?
Honestly, this makes so much more sense. It is functionally the equivalent of just sitting contemplatively, which kind of sounds like her kind of hobby, to be honest.
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, traveler? That's how I feel as well. To me, I'm happy as long as I catch some fish.
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
It might just be something that runs in my family.
That's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother. My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. But the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say. My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Malouse and Silver were always there too. No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Oh boy. You know, the more I learn about her dad, the less I like him.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Malouse come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, the more you should care about doing the right thing to the best of your abilities. Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
Poor Navia.
Sorry. Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight.
She is still having an absolute crisis, clearly. Girl, you need some help. I know I said that at the beginning, but she really does.
Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line!
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together.
Okay, so this isn't like a standard hobby here.
We
Seems
can't
like
let
an
it get away.
excuse.
Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
Oh gosh.
You want Paimon to help too?
What a ridiculous thing to be doing at I don't even know what time it would be. Since we were already going to sleep, presumably somewhere between or past 10 p.m., I don't even know. You know, Navia's bad at fishing isn't really something I would have expected, but okay. All right, we love the little tidbits. And it's not even that she's bad at fishing, because like it's automatic fishing. She just must have poor luck. Oh.
You didn't attach a hook to the rod?
No. Oh, Navia, no.
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day. We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so I guess that makes it fair.
One of those parts was clearly a little more important than the other one, though, Navia.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure. Oh, never mind. Paimon really can't keep her eyes open anymore.
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today. See you tomorrow. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar. Get it?
Oh no. Paimon, you need to stop hanging out with Sino.
Huh.
Unacceptable. She looks so unenthusiastic.
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
Look at Navia, she looks so done with Paimon. It's good to know she doesn't enjoy puns. Kind of makes me want to put her and Sino in a room together, though. Although it would kind of be a little mean to her. I'm sure Sino would enjoy it, though.
See? This guy gets it!
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
Oh! I got a fancy fishing rod, apparently. Fascinating. How fun. That's kind of a cute little remember type reward. I'm sure it doesn't really do anything, but it's cute.
we're back! We brought you a gift from the court, too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Oh, it's alright. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise. Guess who's here?
It's been a while!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case. I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
You're really amazing! And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing too! What's in this thing? Can I look?
Of course. Go ahead.
Oh, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform! Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big?
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But it's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety. So I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it! Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia! I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can!
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
Oh, it's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson, even if you're not an official member, you're still part of the family.
Boss!
Oh, that's not good.
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
Well, they did say they were going to enact some plan, something or other.
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
Well, that's an escalation.
What? Explosives? What do they want?
I don't
Seems
think
like
they
they've
want
been
to
planning
talk.
this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday. But Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well, because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
They have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation. Well, too late now, I suppose. Florent, where are they keeping their explosives?
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeu and his followers hate the Spina, and everything to do with Callus. And the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Oh. Oh, man. I mean, from a most damage, least effort perspective, that's like... Youch. Okay.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson!
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by.
Sheesh. Okay, so when they split, they clearly decided to become terrorists. That's great.
We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Yeah, but we better go get the explosives too.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine line to you?
Yes, ma'am.
If the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Leave it to us, Navia. Please stay safe, too.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Watch out, boss!
Oh, he's a problem. Okay, I get why they included him now.
What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
Tried to stab Navia.
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
Okay, but then why did he mention this guy's name and, like, bring him up in the first place? Like, what was the point of that? Because, like, I'll be honest, he wouldn't have even been on our radar if Coulter hadn't mentioned him. The logic
You
isn't
mean
logicking, you
This
guys.
was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeo too? Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas.
Oh, so you're only a partial terrorist? Come on, that does not make it any better, sir.
And that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
You better stick close to me.
Romeo promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeo has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little.
Oh my gosh. Is this about the thing about her mom getting pregnant with her and then, like, flipping like a coin switch? Because, like, if that's the ridiculousness you're spouting, I have got so many issues with you. More than I had originally. And don't get me wrong, I had a lot originally.
And it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Melusan Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead, all because of you.
Excuse you, she has enough issues, sir. I'm about to fight this guy.
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened and resolving to apologize to Malus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aqua bus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you. I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss! He's just spouting nonsense!
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all?
Oh, heck no. Nuh-uh.
Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing?
Of all the crap to say to her, especially after her involvement in, you know, saving all of Fontaine, bruh, nuh-uh.
Have you ever considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came?
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia, and my mom loves her too! I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that!
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula.
Coming at ya! Coming at ya!
Take him out, Navia. He's the worst.
Hey there!
Ah.
Haha! Fire! Well, with bombs. Hey there!
Oh. Okay. A little bit of a phrase there. I do love playing as Navia.
Laurent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know, but I have to go.
Okay. We have to deal with bombs now. Bombs are the worst because, like, if we startle them, they'll just detonate early, which is bad.
If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
So not only do we have to, like, fix the problem, but we have to be quiet about it, too. At least a little bit. Oh.
This is where you fall. Transfix the hearth.
Really? Come on. I was trying to switch. Hey! This might not be the greatest thing ever. Okay, we need to go, like, fast. Presumably before they...
Let the mountain's veins boil.
Okay, do we, like... Oh, we probably do have to take these guys out. Fine.
Pyroclastic surge.
We certainly brought a lot of muscle.
Die.
They're
Get out.
really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
Letting brave names echo.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it?
Yeah, we might not have been the greatest person to send here, huh?
Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff.
Also, is that Pneuma Osea energy? Because, like, if so, yeah, that's a keyhole. So we're gonna need a key, apparently. Does it cause an explosion if you combine the two? I mean, it kind of throws off sparks in small amounts, so I guess that makes sense. This is the equivalent of, like, a nuclear bomb, isn't it?
Huh?
Maybe not
There's
quite
a
as aggressive as
strangely
that,
shaped
but...
hole here. What is it for? Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find.
Oh, good. A radish.
Oh, you found it! That's amazing!
Okay. Here's hoping this is the off switch for realsies. Oh!
That should do it, right? Navia and Florent should be able to relax now.
Yeah, we should make sure there aren't any more of those, cause like...
Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere, too. Let's go.
We should take the key with us. We didn't take the key with us. Oh no. Oh, that's plan number 2.
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all!
Block. I'm doing this the Spina way.
Oh. Very cool for her. Oh, that's such a cool use of her ult animation too. She is so cool.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone! And you were so cool!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time. It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Well, she did just get screamed at.
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeu really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all too. We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Got it. That's good at least. Coulter, I can understand how you feel. The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the Aquabus routes, so that one day, the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina di Rosula, but once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
Honestly, the amount of like kindness and willingness to forgive, at least even just that little concession on her part, is insane. In like in a good way, don't get me wrong. But like that's why I love Navia so much. She's just so genuinely kind. But also, if you're against her, she'll take you
As I
out
thought,
hard.
Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again. Seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Just give her some time.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left. Traveler, I want to ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
Oh, Navia.
How do you feel, Navia? Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me. I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough. No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well. There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is already prepared.
Oh. I'm sure it's a sweet surprise because, like, Florent's chill, but I feel like the last thing Navia needs is another surprise right now.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
Okay. See, what have we got here? This is underground, right? Okay. Good. There's such chill music here. Fontaine's music is so, like, kind of fun and calming. I enjoy it. Like, don't get me wrong, some of our newer stuff has also been pretty good. and very, like, well done. But there's just a different vibe to the classics.
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before, so I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Do I really look that bad?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the present.
Aww. It's all three of them. That's cute.
This is Papa, Mother, and me.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Wow! This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
So basically, there was zero need to have that ridiculous camera session we had in the beginning. That's okay though, because it was funny.
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know what Spina di Rosula was like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
With Navia around, we're not worried about this place's future.
We're gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly. I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is. This really is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
Aww. It's really sweet. Honestly, I feel like as a story quest for her on the whole, that was so good. Because, like, it really did showcase some of my favorite parts about Navia. But, like, also, everything about her story has always been, like, so sad. So it feels not necessarily like a good ending. I won't use the word good, but sort of like an appropriate ending. That we end with kind of that mixed feeling. Let's see if she has anything else.
Seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president for all of you.
Hey! She's got her confidence back a little bit. That's good.
Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
Aww.
I'm sure everyone longs for that one thing in life that seems trivial to others, but they themselves can never obtain. To me, that would be a family portrait. I've always been super jealous of other people's family photos.
Well, now you're gonna get a statue, so I would argue that's, like, almost better.
I've never thought I'd receive a family portrait of my own. Especially not like this. It seems like I'm not such an unlucky person after all.
She really does always see the positive in things, doesn't she?
It seems like I started to question my... Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier. You know, I've thought about it before. Though my mother only wanted me to live a happy life, that's actually a tall order as well. In practice, It's just as hard to achieve my father's expectations for me. Even though my parents had very different personalities, they always had a lot of respect for each other. The Aquabus project was a monumental project that stood to benefit all of Fontaine. It would have been a little close-minded to assess or evaluate it only from the perspective of the clan. I think that's probably why she didn't step in to mediate or oppose the building of the lines.
Okay, we gotta ask that third question.
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
Because, you know, we gotta ask. Gotta tease her a little bit. Can't let her get away with that.
Oh, whoa. Why'd you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me.
Aw, come on, Navia. You could take a little teasing.
Oh, forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Oh, wait. But it'd also be bad if you were to forget it. Okay, but please keep it a secret between us from now on. Please don't ever mention it again.
Oh, that's honestly, this in particular is probably a quest that I will go back and watch through from somebody who's playing as Ether, because I am so curious about what the differences are, because there usually is something, at least. It's minor, but it's something. And this is one where I really want to know. Plus, it's Navia, and she's like my favorite. But that was a good one. Which I'm not surprised. Fontaine as a whole has been like excellent as far as stories, like across the board, really. So I am not at all surprised by that. But it is kind of nice to be back here where we've got like some different vibes. Got to break it up a little, you know. All right. Well, we have a little bit more time for today, and I know that Lantern Ray is technically active, so we may go and take a quick little peek and see what we've got there. Probably won't get too far, but should at least be able to get started, as it were. No, not that. You. I'm a little lost, you know. Okay. Back to Liyue. We're going on an adventure really all over the place, aren't we? Okay. It's another location I haven't been back too much. It's like, we haven't really had a ton of Liyue character reruns either, other than like Zhongli. So, I don't really have a ton of them, other than random 4-stars I've collected. So I haven't had to like farm for materials or anything. Such happy music we've got. She's dead. Because she's level 20. And mostly just here to get levels. That's what happened to her. She just, really shouldn't be on any team at this point in time, but I'm carting her around with me to get passive leveling.
Look, it's Hu Tao! She looks kind of troubled. Shall we go say hi? Hey! Stop right there, heroes!
Zhongling too.
What the? Oh, Xiangling! I was just kidding around. Happy Lantern Rite. Hope I didn't scare ya. Nah, of course not. We were just about to go say hi to Hu Tao. I noticed, which is why I stopped you. We can't disturb her now or we won't get to see the brand spanking new Director Who.
Excuse me?
Well, I gave her a new outfit as a gift, but she's so used to her uniform that she's hesitant to try it on. Ooh, what kind of outfit is it? A bright red one, of course. The color of prosperity and the color of Lantern Rite. But just so you're aware, Hu-Tao's not really been herself lately. Whenever I invite her to hang out, she either finds an excuse not to come or spends the whole time staring into space.
Well, that's weird. Doesn't seem quite right for her.
I've tried asking her what's wrong, but she won't even admit there's a problem. Anyway, so that outfit was my way of saying that I'm here as her friend, and I hope she'll feel better soon. Paimon was just thinking that she looked kinda troubled.
Oh. Oh. Goodness. The fact that we could have said Zhongli and teased her, though. That's funny.
Wow, Hu-Tao! Is that a new outfit? It looks great!
It is a very nice outfit, I will have to say. Oh, from Fontaine. That makes sense. It does have not like super Liyue vibes. Plus, there's a hat.
Nope. The tailor happened to be in Liyue looking for a change of scenery and fresh inspiration. We got talking and really hit it off, so it was no trouble at all. Oh, stop! I'm just glad you like it. Your voice is as sweet as ever, Hu-Tao, but we're your friends. You can't hide how you're feeling from us, no matter how hard you may try.
Someone's walking up. Who is it?
Work-related? You mean the funeral parlor?
I heard footsteps. Who's approaching us? Who is it?
You stressing about work? That's gotta be a first. Guess it must be something super complicated, huh? Huh? You think Kuching would be able to help? Good idea! Especially since it's festival season. I heard the Ministry of Civil Affairs is putting on a street fair with loads of cool stuff to do. Forget about work for now, Hu-Tao. Come have fun with us. Yeah, take some time to relax and recover your energy. Then you'll knock this thing out in no time.
Oh, come on. Gotta have some fun, girl.
Aw, really? You sure you can't get out of it? Okay, fair enough. But don't take too long. And after the fair, how about we all have a meal at Wanmin Restaurant? My treat, of course.
No, they definitely were. But maybe just some sort of layering issue. Or, somebody walked by and the sound layering wasn't quite right. Because they definitely were in game.
Me neither! Paimon's drooling already.
Weird. Alright, whatever. That's okay. Ooh. Hello. What have you got? Apparently nothing interesting to say. That's okay. Until I haven't been in Liyue, I still have quests, apparently. In the main area. Have to do those at some point. Okay, let's take a shortcut, as it were. It's Lanyan. Yay!
I take it these coins go inside the envelope? They look a little different from regular Mora.
Oh, special edition fortune coins.
The sign of Vice Ravana! Yes, originally an exorcism sigil, widely used in thaumaturgy. These days, it's used as a lucky charm to prevent disaster and bring favor. Quite popular with business owners, hoping for peace and prosperity. Oh, I interrupted you, didn't I? Oh, sorry. I just got a little carried away. I meant no offense, Lady Yuhong.
So she's enthusiastic. Okay. I like it.
You flatter me, Lady Yuhong. My family are but distant relatives. We would hardly consider ourselves the true heirs to that illustrious lineage. Well, I won't deny that I pride myself on my level of learning. So by all means, it would be my pleasure to assist the Lady Yuhong.
Ka-ching! Hard at work with the festivities as usual, huh? Wow, nice to meet you, Madam Lun.
The Traveler, her buddy Paimon, and Xiangling. Hello! Oh, sorry. Interrupted again, didn't I? It's just quite exciting. Meeting these three people I've heard so much about. I never imagined I'd get the chance.
I think you mean 2 people, right? I'm just a chef. A good one, but it's not that much to get excited about. You don't need to include me just to be polite.
Shenling, come on. Confidence.
Oh, I beg to differ. The first meal I ate in Liyue Harbor was at Wanmin Restaurant. Shangling's cooking gave my taste buds plenty to be excited about. Please, call me Lanyan. And I'm no master craftswoman. Just a humble maker of handicrafts.
Oh, okay. We get to see it. See some of her work, which I'm sure is lovely. Everything's so pretty and decorated all nice. Ooh.
Sounds amazing! But what are the 8 adepts? Are they like adepti? Wow, Paimon's never heard that story before.
Yeah, that's interesting. New lore. We love new lore. New lore is great.
Shaped like a huge tree, right?
Oh, that is gorgeous. I love that so much. That feels like a thing that would be great to take a picture of, like at the right time of day too. Cause like, the sun, when it is like in that center, like right here, that would be gorgeous. We'll have to make it a thumbnail.
Oh, I think I heard that one from a storyteller once. The sanctification of Tao Du. So Tao Du is the giant tree?
Even today, in my hometown, people still say things like,
You'll never cross Mount Taudu when you die. It's very insulting, though, so don't go around repeating it.
Oh no! And then what?
That's where the sanctification of Taudu comes in. The 8 adepts rose up to solve the crisis and laid down a great magic array to purify Taudu.
Wait! The border? The border between life and death? That's where it comes from?
So the legends say, but who knows if it's true?
Those 8 adepts must be super powerful if they could purify a god. Are we sure they weren't just adepti?
Yep. And in fact, their tale specifically emphasizes that most of them were ordinary humans.
If I remember right, they were from several groups that joined forces. A Guixiang one, a Lianshan one, and...
Right! The 3 hermits of Guizhang, the 2 sages of Lianshan, and the 3 beasts of Taudu. Collectively, the 8 adepts. The mainstream narrative holds that the Guizhang hermits and the Lianshan sages were human. That's certainly what the clan genealogies claim, although my personal knowledge of Chiman divination is very patchy.
Seriously? Did Shinsho tell you that? Because it sounds like something right out of a martial arts novel. So what about the 3rd hermit?
Child farm? Really? Oh, okay. So we've got some exorcism experts then.
So it's true? The Wangsheng funeral parlor really does have a secret art?
I heard from Hu Tao that she has a flaming staff handed down by her forebears. Apparently it has special powers used for cleansing rituals. But it could just be another one of her tall tales. Oh, you probably haven't met Hu Tao yet, have you? She's the director at the funeral parlor.
I've never had the pleasure, but I've certainly heard of Director Hu Tao.
Okay, well these Guizhang hermits sound pretty legit. How about the 2 sages and the 3 beasts? What's their story?
I heard there's a hidden palace deep in the mountains south of the Stone Gate. Traditionally, that's believed to be where they retreated for cultivation.
Oh, a secret palace.
So, what were they? Monsters or something? Huh? All 3 of them?
No, Paimon. No.
Oh, right, Ganyu's here. Okay.
She's so easily confused.
Of course not. Aw, what? Not you too? Seems like everyone's busy with work. The traveler's being especially nice today, checking in on everyone's well-being. Well, what other option does she have? It's not like she can drag them away from their desks and force them to have fun against their will.
I actually have something I need to do as well. So I should get to.
Oh, are you looking for Hu Tao? She's supposed to meet us here so we can grab lunch. Why don't you come with? If you don't mind the extra company, of course.
Not at all. I'd love to. What a nice surprise.
Perfect! Hu Tao should have joined us here by now. I guess her meeting overran. Why don't we head to the funeral parlor? Okay, let's go!
Really is just kind of an adventure and getting to meet everybody briefly. Oh. Ah, there we go. We got the entertainment. What's that? Oh, okay. So we can do all different kinds of commissions, some quests. Ah. Various locations for things. Coins and telescopes. Take some pictures. Go fight some things. And have a chat, apparently. Okay. That's kind of fun. I like that. That's cute. All right. Okay. Well, I think before we get too deep into anything, this is probably time to call it for today. Thank you so much for joining me as always. I really appreciate it. And you can next catch me tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. EST, as usual. And I hope to see you there. But have a super awesome morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is for you. Have a good one.